said I want to keep my length, right? So what am I not really going to cut? So where do I focus everything?
Above the parietal.
Girl's gonna make some money, aren't you?
You know it.
So if I broke the head down into 3 parts, that's the parietal ridge, visible textures up here, right? So this is weight distribution. I need to allude length for the ear, right? So realistically, everything behind the ear should be treated differently than everything in front of the ear. That's why when you guys cut that front quadrant, you always screw up haircuts. Okay? But what I can do is, if I want to build weight, I go just below parietal, involve the hair above it, and I cut from ear down. That's my exit point, or my entrance point, and I will cut a triangle into the hair, which will give her a little bit of volume, which is where she won't have it on this side. So we do that in about 8 sections or so across your head. You see, I actually closed the entire shear. That was not slide cutting. I didn't drag my shear through the hair. Did it pull on you? Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm actually closing the shear as I move. So I end up with this.
What are you cutting?
I know.
Right, but it ain't nothing coming out there, Robin.
Is it?
That's a little bit.
It's a little bit, but a little bit. Sometimes it's not what you take away. Look at this. Sometimes it's what you leave behind. That's what that did. So when she applies a product and she knows how to use a blow dryer, the short pushes long. Remember that? That concept still works in graduation and layers. That's not what they're going to teach you in school. They're going to teach you graduation and layers, not putting graduation into layers. I'm controlling everything vertically. Vertical sections, control, find, discover, create, texture, or the technique. Which means I can cross-check her haircut all day long and find what type of technique they might have used, but it's been quite a few months. So asking her when her last haircut was, it doesn't really matter, because if it was recent, I'm going to see it. If it's not so recent, I'm not going to see it. But no matter what, with that, I'll come back to that section. You guys remember where it was? Okay? I can go back to above parietal ridge. Okay? Don't section with your shears on the floor here. It's not Mitchell. Okay? Some of the things that I do are not very Paul Mitchell. And that's okay, because I have a hairdressing line. Okay? There's the layers. Is it heavier on one side?
Yeah.
That's probably why, huh? Because it's harder on one side? Guess who doesn't know that? Client doesn't know that. Because I can go like this and over direct towards, now it's cut even, isn't it? So I can do the same old haircut. But I don't want to do the same haircut because the fringe and the part, it's not parted all the way back, so I don't actually have to adjust for the layers. So I can literally go to, say, 180 degrees on her and do an entire head of round layers in one section. Watch this. Maybe a little bit of point cut, just a tiny bit, not a lot. Okay? Is what?
I don't like
Okay, but hey, remember her, she didn't have a whole lot of texture in her hair? Look, whole head of round layers in one section. So maybe that's it. I might do another one that goes to her occipital, but nothing above. Nothing above, because what I want to do is I want to build weight in that center mass area, what I call it middle support density, right? You see how that kind of already started there? So the weight's here, I need it here. So the other move back here, this was where my last section was, okay? That's where that comes into play. I connect the internal weight to the texture without doing it at the ends, which is what a lot of people will do. Oh, cut the corner off, cut the corner off, cut the corner off the wrong layers. No, I don't need to do that. What I do need to do is I do need to add the weight into it's not scary. I'm only a little bit of time. But when you understand those things, and this is all fundamental hairdressing. See how that falls out? There's my guide. It's art, but it's fundamental. So realistically, I'm the sum of everything I've ever learned. I'm not an artist, I'm a craftsman. Because guess what? Somebody taught this to me. I made some of it up, but because I understood something that somebody taught me. And it started with my learning leaders. So what I definitely want you guys to do is I want you to understand how important their job is and what it is that they truly do for you. You see that? It looks, I literally close the shear all the way. So I have absolute dexterity and control with my shear. I can do anything with this because all this is an extension of my finger. Because guess what? Hey, gun nuts, you're gonna love this.
Wait, what?
Stop doing it.
Oh.
Okay.